for 5 years. And before that, I used to be an immunologist. I used to do research on cancer vaccines. That also means that this year, people constantly think I can predict whether or not they have coronavirus. And I'm really lucky to be joined today by our assistant director, Kelly Cousineau.
Hello,
we are going to be your hosts for our opening ceremony today.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly, and I've been with Mesa for about 7 years now. Before I worked with Mesa, I used to work in TV and worked on TV shows like Portlandia. Life takes you crazy places, doesn't it? It's so great to be back with you all again, and welcome to all of our new Mesa inventors. We are so excited to have you here today. Before we begin our opening festivities, here's a couple of housekeeping items to go over.
Kelly, what's housekeeping?
Great question, Tong. Housekeeping normally refers to doing chores in your house. In a meeting, it actually refers to the rules we go over before we start the meeting. So for those new to Big Marker, we have turned off video features to protect your privacy. For this session, you will have access to both the chat feature and the Q&A. This is a public and open forum, so please don't share your contact information. Please know that you will be removed if you post anything offensive or inappropriate in either forum. We really want you to stick around, so be mindful of this rule so we can focus on connecting with each other. All right, and we want to hear from you. So you can start sending us questions through the Q&A tab on the right-hand side of your screen. Those are moderated, and we won't be able to get to every question, so please upvote your favorite questions using that little thumbs up button in the corner. We will answer those questions at the end of our ceremony for those who want to stick around. I cannot wait to hear what questions our audience has for us. Tong, can you?
No, I cannot. Chat is now open. I see actually quite a few of you are already chatting. Please be respectful. Now that we've gotten the rules out of the day, please use the chat feature to let us know what you're most excited about for Mesa this year. Many of you are maybe wondering, what is Mesa Launch Week and why are we doing it? That's such a great question. I don't know. Let's ask Kelly.
Great question, Tong. This year has been off to such a rocky start for many of us, and we thought that everyone, our students, staff, and teachers, could use a bit of fun to kick off this year's programs. Since we can't get together in person like we normally would, we thought this would be a special way to share some of the exciting new things we're doing in Mesa. For those of you who joined Mesa week last May, Launch Week is going to feel a little bit different. We will start by hosting activities every day and feature incredible partners such as OMSI. But we wanted to start off our year by getting our brains thinking about some of the world's toughest challenges as a way to get back in the habit of seeing ourselves as inventors with the creativity and tools to tackle these challenges. For those of you new to Mesa, welcome to our family. Mesa has been around for a really long time. We are celebrating our 35th year of Mesa in Oregon and over 50 years nationwide. Today, by being here, you are a part of that history, that legacy of innovators. We are not just celebrating 35 years of Mesa, though. We're also celebrating the achievements of our Mesa students and alumni from across the country. Let's hear more from one of these amazing Mesa alums from California, Victor Glover.
Hi, my name is Victor Glover. I'm a lieutenant commander in the United States Navy, and I'm a naval aviator and officer. I've been affiliated with Mesa for over 20 years, and the things about Mesa that have impacted my life were in my young life. I was introduced to Mesa in the 5th grade, and that's also the same time when I gained an appreciation for math and science, and when I decided that I wanted to be an engineer. And then later in life, I was a Mesa student in college, and the other significant thing that Mesa gave me at that time was a dedication to service. I was a tutor at Flamson Middle School, and it's one of the things that impacted what I do now and my desire to serve. Mesa impacts thousands of students every year. Mesa has a demographic that is equal to the size of a medium university in California. And that's how many students that Mesa is impacting. So Mesa is important because of what they do and how they do it. But the thing that I'm most impressed with is the group of people that they do it for. And I think that that is strengthening a group of people in this country that's going to make it better for our country. It's good for our country.
is doing these days? I feel like I've seen him recently.
Why, yes, I do, Tong. In fact, you may have seen Victor in some of the news recently because Victor is going to space as part of the second ever crew on the SpaceX Dragon. In just a few weeks, Victor is going to the International Space Station. But he started in Mesa, just like you, building things from cardboard and popsicle sticks. And now Victor is going to be a part of a team that is literally launching into space. This week, we want you to think long and hard. What do you care about launching? What problems in this country do you care about solving? Who do you care about serving? And how can you use science, technology, engineering, and math to meet the needs of people in your community? How can you work together to do it?
Those were some really big questions, Kelly. Let's also make sure that you're having a good time. For those coming back to Mesa, welcome back. Mesa may feel a little bit different this year. Actually, it feels different for everybody. I know this. We won't be meeting at your school, but we will still be working on teams to design and build your inventions for a client in your community. You'll be doing it from home instead, in your bedroom, in your basement, maybe in your bathtub. We're not here to judge. To help make that happen, we are sending you an ideation kit this year, and you can earn some cool prizes such as a microbit and a sweatshirt if you participate. Here's what you can expect in your ideation kit. You'll get this kit once you complete your Mesa application for the year, so be sure to fill out the application as soon as possible. This year, your application is only available online. Once you're enrolled in Mesa, talk to your teacher about how you're going to get your kits.
Wait, did somebody just appear on our screen? Wow, that's cool. I better click that and hold on to it for later.
Yes, Kelly. That's the link to access your Mesa application for Oregon. We know that some of you are joining from other states. Please check with your state Mesa for those correct applications. We'll also be offering a variety of new programs this year, including a new STEM career coaches program where you can meet monthly with a STEM professional and talk in small groups about what it's like to work in the field, learn how they prepared, and talk about things that matter to you. We're also doing our family nights, college visits, career visits, and demo day. We're going to be doing it virtually.
Thanks, Tong, for sharing all those great opportunities. We know that you've had to spend a ton of time on a computer screen, and we get that you may not be able to join everything, but we hope you can listen in while you're walking your dog or taking a break and get to know some of the other students in Mesa and just share about your life. We'll share about these opportunities out to you and your families through our family newsletter, social media, so be sure to follow us. We'll also share them on our Mesa student website, Mesa Everyday. Check out Mesa Every Day for a variety of resources on your project and upcoming virtual events that we and our partners are hosting. You can also learn about these programs by joining our Introduction to New Mesa program session this Thursday at 4:25 as part of Mesa Launch Week.
And now we are so excited to share about this year's client for the Oregon Mesa Challenge. Many of you already know this, but last year we focused on health heroes as clients. We decided this in May of 2019. Little did we know they would be incredibly important this last year. Our current situation has hit many members of our community very hard, including many of you. From the pandemic to racial justice movements to wildfires to starting a school year completely from home, we know that this is a very challenging year for everyone. This is also a year where we're spending more time than ever with our families. For that reason, this year's client theme will be La Familia. You will be finding someone in your family or in your close community as a client for your invention. For the National Engineering Design competition this year, the challenge will be designing for equity, which means that designing to minimize or eliminate barriers to opportunities for success. So think about how you can eliminate those barriers for your clients. You must also incorporate a design brief, a microcontroller, and a pitch video to participate in the national competition. We cannot wait to see what you come up with.
We know it's going to be a different year, so we're offering a number of prizes this year to students who complete their application and participate fully in Mesa. Prizes will include a microbit that you will use to power your invention. And those who participate most in Mesa this year will also get a Mesa sweatshirt. Details about our incentive program will be published on Mesa Every Day, so keep an eye out for information soon about those opportunities.
It's now time to share about what to expect during launch week, which is this week. This week is going to feature some amazing speakers and activities starting from 3:30 and continuing with breaks until 6 p.m. We welcome you to participate in as much or as little as you are able. So we're going to start off the week with incredible speakers from the STEM industry. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll kick off our festivities by hearing from STEM heroes. Tomorrow, Marcus Bullock will share about his company, Flickshop, which makes it easier for families to send personalized messages to those who are incarcerated. On Wednesday, you'll hear from Marcy and Kelly from Yellowscope, two women who founded a company to engage more girls in hands-on science at home. Check out these sessions at 3:30.
Wow, I definitely won't want to miss those sessions, Tong. Every day at 4:25, we'll have a STEM Spark with Omzi featuring an important topic in creating a just and more equitable world. Today's topic is fake news, social media, and the spread of information. Tomorrow's topic is designing to save our planet, and Wednesday's topic will be escaping quarantine, how to design for life with COVID-19.
That's awesome, Kelly. Can't wait. We'll also have a college cram session every day. Today's topic is an introduction to PSU and admissions and college life and housing. That's actually happening right after this session. Tomorrow, we'll have a hangout session for middle school students and high school students. The middle school hangout will feature high school Mesa students as panelists talking about what high school is like and how to prepare. The high school hangout will be the same format, but will feature Mesa alum who are college students talking about what college is like. We'll close out each day with a college cram, a 10-minute segment beginning at around 5:50, where you can learn more tips and tricks about college life.
Here's the part I'm most excited about, Tong. We're introducing our first ever TikTok design challenge in Mesa. That's right. Today at 5:20, we'll introduce our challenge to design for equity in your hometown. This week, you'll get to work on your challenge, learn how to submit your ideas, and you'll get to vote for your favorite videos. We'll share all of our videos on Thursday, and we'll go over the winners at Thursday's closing ceremony at 5:20 p.m. We'll end our week with a fun sneak peek of all of our new programs and our closing ceremony.
Wow, Kelly, it's going to be a week full of exciting new things to check out and try. We hope that everyone can attend as many sessions as you can, and we hope that you invite some friends to join too. Invite your parents, invite everybody, your dog, that's great. But if you miss anything, you can always go back and watch recordings after our sessions. They're all going to be available on Big Marker. We'll also send them out to you in an email after Mesa launch weekend, so be sure to complete an application so we can stay in touch.
Thank you all again for joining us. We are so excited to launch into this new school year with you, to see the incredible ideas you come up with, and how you will create justice and equity within your family. Don't forget to invite your friends to join Launch Week and encourage them to join the Mesa program as well.
That concludes the formal portion of our opening ceremony. For those of you who want to stick around, we're going to open up the Q&A now for a few minutes to answer any of your burning questions about Mesa, Launch Week, or anything else. We'll then play a quick video about college admission right after a Q&A. For those of you who can't stick around, please fill out the surveys now and let us know what you thought of today's introductions. Join us for our next session hosted by Mesa by OMSI at 4:25, where we'll talk about fake news, social media, and the spread of misinformation.
Misinformation would make a great pageant name, wouldn't it?
That's accurate, Kelly. You are so cheesy. We'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. But we're going to open up the Q&A to see if we can answer any questions.
I'm just getting to read some of the chat. This is great. Julius, it's so nice to hear from you too. Hello, Kelly. That's how I say my name usually too.
It looks like we have a question here. Kelly, somebody's wondering, how long have you been doing Mesa? I don't know if that's for us or for the students who are here. So for the students who are here, you're all welcome to answer. I've been doing Mesa for 5 years. Kelly, how long have you been doing Mesa?
I've been in Mesa for, I think, 7.5 years now.
All right, we also have another question that's a great question about TikTok. What happens if you don't have TikTok? I believe we actually had an answer posted to that, and that we will make sure that you will be able to submit in other video formats. It does not have to be through TikTok. That's what it looks like the answer is.
This is Bianca on the back end. There's TikTok, Instagram, and Flipgrid, and the rules will be announced at 5:20 p.m.
That wonderful voice was Bianca. She is the organizer of our launch week and secretly behind the scenes. We have another question is, how do we get to the next webinar? I believe you will be prompted. Is that correct, Kelly?
I believe so as well, Tong. That is a great point. Yes, you should be prompted. You should also receive an email about 30 minutes before each session starts to let you know that the session is going to start in 30 minutes. So you can always check your email if you're struggling to find it.
Great. I'm going to see if there's any other quick questions before we transition to our college cram video. Behind the scenes, folks, do we want to try to publish any other video? Oh, this is a great question. Kelly, I'm going to ask you this. What if my school doesn't have a Mesa chapter? How can I join?
Fantastic question, Elizabeth. So if your school does not have a Mesa chapter, you are still potentially eligible for an invention club, which is a brand new opportunity we're making available to any students who have been impacted by COVID-19 and don't have Mesa at their school. So to qualify for an invention club, you just need to qualify for free or reduced lunch, but you can submit an interest form or the standard Mesa application that we shared earlier, and we will know if you are or are not a part of a Mesa school, and we'll check to see if you're eligible for an invention club at that point.
Great. And then we have another question here that says, are we going to code anything? The answer is yes. We will definitely code something. This week, I don't think we're going to get too much into coding, but that's where the microbits are going to be coming in. You will definitely be coding this year in Mesa. All right, we have one more question. How did Mesa change you as a person? Again, for those in the chat, you're welcome to pop that in. I'm going to direct this tough one to you, Kelly.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. What was the question?
How did Mesa change you as a person?
That's such a good question. You know, before Mesa, I don't think I had such a deep understanding of issues of inequities in our communities and our schools. And so Mesa just, first of all, made me more aware as a person of the different opportunities to design and empower our communities, and also to feel like I have the power to solve problems that seemed like impossible to solve. So for me, that was the biggest difference. But I think more than anything, and probably like many of our students in Mesa and our teachers, it's the relationships with you guys that matter the most. So it's being able to connect and see all of our students every year, and being able to talk and see where you're progressing in your lives. Like, that's had the biggest impact on me, is just seeing all the incredible things that we go on to do. So that's a long answer to a short question, but yeah, that's my answer.
So I think we have 3 more questions here that are published that I think we're going to wrap up after these questions, if that's okay to the folks behind the scenes. So these are 3 really great questions. The first one I see is, I am being homeschooled this year. How would I join? So based on what Kelly was saying earlier, you would join an invention club. You can fill out an interest form, which I don't know if that's been popped into the chat, but if one of our folks behind the scenes might be able to pop in the interest form for the invention club. So you don't have to be tied to a school this year. We understand a lot of people are in homeschool or in other situations this year. The next question we have is, will we be using microbits? And the answer is yes. Although if you have familiarity using other microcontrollers like last year's Arduino, you can still incorporate those into your designs, but our curriculum will be based on the microbits this year. Last question, Kelly, when will the supplies be mailed? That's such a great question.
That is a great question. So right now we are working with your schools and your teachers to figure out a way to get supplies to you directly. We're hoping to get those out in the next couple of weeks. The kits have all been prepared. It's just a matter of whether or not we have student information to send them out. So be sure to fill out your student application so that we can send you an invention kit. Those might be distributed via a contactless drop off depending on your preferences and our availability to get things out. So just be aware of that. We'll be in touch with you if that is the option that we end up going with for your school.
All right. I think we are going to transition now, and that ends our opening ceremony, and we're going to actually play a real quick college cram video for people about college admissions, and then after that will be the first session of launch week. So we are going to cue that video.
So hi, I'm Daniel Hafner, and I'm here with Crystal. Crystal, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Crystal Tenty. I'm an admissions counselor here at PSU.
Sweet. Well, thank you for being here. Crystal's here just to answer some of my questions on admissions, just so we can have a better idea on some of the admissions process. So I guess my first question for you, Crystal, is just what are the first steps for an interested student to start applying, and what does their process look like?
Yeah, so I can speak to applying at PSU because that's what I know. So our application is available online for as far out as fall 2021. So for those of you who are seniors, now's the time to apply. You can fill out the application online, and it's a very straightforward application. We don't require any essays or anything like that. Fill it out, send us your current high school transcript, or have your counselor send us your transcript, and we'll be able to make a decision for you within a couple of weeks. And we do have a $50 application fee, but if you're not able to pay that right now for whatever reason, you can always defer that to where you won't get charged unless you attend PSU. It'll be on your first term bill. So if finances is a barrier, definitely don't worry about that right now.
Sweet, amazing, thank you. I guess I also have the question for some of our students who aren't quite seniors yet. What are some tips for them to kind of start to prepare for those prospective college students?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for those of you who are not seniors yet, now is a really great time to do some low pressure college searches. So really kind of thinking about what you want your college experience to look like, and sometimes just narrowing it down by the type of experience you want to have. There's, schools that are really large urban research institutes located in a big city like PSU. And then there are, of course, smaller schools in college towns. So really thinking about what are the kinds of experiences you want to have? What are the general subjects of interest that you might want to study? You don't have to know exactly what you want to do right now, but just kind of thinking generally what you want. And then thinking a lot about just practicality of finances. Of course, going to school in-state is going to be a lot more affordable than going to school out-of-state. So looking at what's available in your own backyard here, as far as all of our, Oregon has some really great public universities that are fairly affordable. So kind of taking a look at what's in your own backyard and looking at, just kind of making a list of your top priorities as you're searching around for schools.
Sweet, thank you. I guess with everything going on, obviously, with 2020 and the pandemic, a lot of systems have changed pretty drastically. So I was wondering, how has the admissions process itself changed due to the COVID pandemic?
Yeah, that's a great question. To be honest, it hasn't changed much for PSU. I know that a lot of schools are going to test optional for the time being because of COVID and knowing that it can be really difficult for students to get in to do an SAT or ACT exam. PSU has also changed to test optional, but that's going to be indefinitely. It's not just going to be due to COVID. So that's something from here on out our students won't ever have to worry about at PSU. So I would say taking a look at each individual school, whatever school you're interested in, looking at their specific policies, but at PSU, it really hasn't changed much.
Sweet. Thank you so much. That's great to hear that we're adding that option too. I think that's really interesting. I guess another question I might have for you is, so what's something people either tend to forget when they're applying, or something people tend to look over that's actually a little more important than they might think when they're applying to college?
Something that students overlook is just the unique application process and admission process for each school. So as you're looking at schools that you want to apply for, really pay attention to what that particular school's requirements are, what they're looking for, and tailor your application to that school. And then also, I think it's really important to pay attention to deadlines too. So a lot of schools have early decision deadlines or deadlines that you have to meet in order to be eligible for certain award programs and things like that. So, not waiting till the last minute, making sure you fully understand. And then also, every school has admissions counselors like me who are here to help you and walk you through the process. Talk to us, because we can help you with any questions you have, help you think about things you might not have thought about as you're going through the process. Utilize us as a resource.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Do you happen to have a contact I can drop for the students?
Yeah, the way that we I'll give my contact, but I'll also just let you know that we work with different students based on their specific region. Okay. So every region in Oregon is going to have their own admissions counselor, and that's listed on our website. But my contact information, you're always welcome to reach out to me, is admissions with an S at the end, .crystal, CRYSTAL, @pdx.edu. And if you email me, I'll get you connected with your correct counselor.
Perfect. All right, cool. Thank you. I will make sure to give that to them. Is there anything else you want to let the students know?
I guess I just want to say, I understand that we're in a really difficult time right now for students as you're thinking about your college career, and there's so much uncertainty out there with COVID. And I just want to let you know that, again, we are here to support you in whatever way we can. So, if you have questions about what the term might look like, next year, or, how we're doing our remote classes, or, just how we're taking safety precautions on campus for COVID, please, let us know. I know every university we're all kind of in the same boat. We're figuring this out together. But we really want to support you in making the decision that's best for you, given everything that's going on.
Thank you very much, Crystal, for sitting down to talk to me. I know our students are really going to appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for talking with me, Daniel.
Yeah, definitely.
Sneak peek for our college cram sessions for the week. There will be college cram sessions throughout the week. That closes our opening ceremony. And just as a reminder, the handouts, if you can see that in one of the tabs, you can find applications for invention clubs, and then additional information about this week. So please check out the tab about handouts. And we're so excited that you are joining us this week. We hope to see you at the next session. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.